You can see me in Ryan's cakes now.
Oh, nice. There's the thumbnail. Hello everyone and welcome back to Frank vs. Evil. Today we are playing Death by AI, which is a game that sets up scenarios with prompts, and all you have to do is type your answer in order to survive, if that makes any sense. No one knows what this game is except for me pretty much, but I'm playing with Keith, I'm playing with Keith, Rose, and Kyle.
That's me. I'm Kyle.
You have to make a hole-in-one on your next golf shot or you will die. Pretty much what you're going to want to do here is just type what you do in order to survive, and AI will decide if you actually live or not, okay?
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm terrible at this. Why would you put me on the spot?
Anything you want, like literally anything.
Your fate has been sealed.
No, it's so dramatic.
I'm dead.
All right, who's going first?
Oh, Keith tries to. The hole is 2 meters wide. My ball is 1 millimeter, and my putter is 1 meter. The ball is 1 millimeter from the hole, and I hit it with the skill of Tiger Woods.
Oh, gosh. All right. Let's see what happens to Keith.
Keith carefully lines up the shot, taking a deep breath as they grip their trusty putter. With the skill of Tiger Woods, they swing with precision and power, feeling the sweet spot of the club connect with the ball. The ball begins to roll towards the hole, and Keith's heart racing with anticipation.
Oh, gosh.
As the ball approaches the hole, Keith holds their breath, watching in awe as it inches closer and closer until finally it drops into the hole with a satisfying
Wow, you did it, dude.
Keith lets out a triumphant yell, relief washing over them as they realize they've made an impossible shot.
You survived. You did it.
Survived the ordeal.
Wow.
Yes.
Good job, dude. Okay, here we go. Frank tries to. I channel my inner Happy Gilmore and whop that baby right in the hole. Shout out Chubbs, baby.
Go Chubbs.
Right. Frank took a deep breath, puffed out their chest, and swung their club with all their might. The ball soared through the air, but instead of landing in the hole, it veered off course and landed with a loud splash in the nearby water hazard.
That's a +1.
The players' eyes widened in horror as they watched their chance at survival slip away. The ball, now partially submerged in the murky water, seemed to mock them with its stillness. Oh, come on! As the reality of their situation set in, Frank's vision began to blur and their legs gave out beneath them, sending them tumbling to the ground. The sound of the water lapping against the shore was the last thing they heard before everything went black. That was a lot for dying, okay?
Yeah. Damn.
All right. Well, I didn't make it.
Tries to launch that puppy. Rose's attempt to launch that puppy was met with confusion from the other golfers on the course. As they swung their club, the puppy, which was actually a stray dog that had wandered onto the green, was startled and ran away. Oh no. The ball, which was meant to be a hole-in-one attempt, instead went flying off in the opposite direction, landing in the nearby pond.
Oh, no.
Water was murky and
no.
Rose couldn't see the ball, but they could hear the splashing as it sank to the bottom. As they stood there staring at the spot where the ball had gone in, they felt a sense of dread wash over them, knowing that they had failed to make their hole-in-one and would now have to face the consequence.
Oh, you didn't make it. Dude, it's so dramatic, man.
This is amazing.
Kyle. All right. Always
Don't
double
get
tap
it
and
now.
wash your hands after pooping.
Nice, Ryan. Nice.
As Kyle lines up their shot, they can't help but think of the importance of hand hygiene. True.
Smart.
They start to imagine the germs and bacteria they could be lurking on their hands, and their mind begins to wander. Meanwhile, the ball teeters on the edge of the hole, taunting them with the proximity to victory.
Oh.
But as they gaze off into the distance, they fail to notice the impending doom that is the golf course's treacherous terrain. With the gentle breeze blowing, the ball rolls from the hole, and Kyle's chances of survival disappear along with it.
Oh, Kyle didn't make it.
Damn.
So in order to
Keith
win,
is the only one that lived?
you need to get 3 wins to get the win. So Keith is already ahead, dude.
Well, no, we play 5 rounds, and whoever has the most survivals wins.
Dude, Rose, I love your character.
Thanks. I'm a blob.
I
feel
wish
like-
we could turn. I wish we could turn our characters around because both mine and Ryan's have some serious cakes going on.
All right, next round. Keith gets to pick the scenario. Apparently, you can make your own scenarios too, but we'll not worry about that right now.
I am not that creative, alright? I said launch that puppy, and then it gave me a scenario of
I
launching
know.
a puppy.
Poor dog, dude. You are face to face with an angry wild bear.
Man, bear, pig?
All right, locked in. Gosh, That timer is stressful when you're trying to type, man.
I don't know if I spelled right, but I just started typing.
I think
I hit confirm like it with a millimeter left on that bar.
I think the spelling error is still AI will pick it up fine, hopefully. It's like Ryan doesn't know how to spell.
He doesn't know how to say complete.
Oh, I gotta go
Alright.
first again. Keith tries to. Once I realize it's just a stuffed Pooh Bear, I set a jar of honey on, next to it and get in my car and drive home.
Very fair.
Smart man.
As Keith attempts to casually stroll away from the angry bear, they fail to notice the distinct lack of aggressive behavior emanating from the stuffed Pooh Bear. What?
Dude.
The bear in reality is just a harmless plush toy, but Keith's perception is skewed by their initial fear.
Oh
They
no.
grab the jar of honey and awkwardly place it next to the bear as if trying to placate it. Meanwhile,
Oh,
the bear
no.
remains completely still, its glassy eyes staring blankly into space. Keith gets into their car, starts the engine, and begins to drive away, completely unaware that they've just been standing next to a lifeless, inanimate object. The absurdity of this situation is lost on Keith, who continues to drive, oblivious to the fact they've just escaped a non-existent threat.
Jeez.
Eventually, Keith arrives home, still shaken by the terrifying encounter, tries to process the strange experience. Keith
How did you
not
die? Would
survive.
you go home and have a
What?
heart attack?
What?
Yeah, you didn't win though. That's all that matters.
How is that? How is that not survival? I drove home and sat on the couch.
So Frank tries to. I use my crippling depression to make the bear feel bad for me. I then realize if I can run faster than my friends, I can get away. Frank stood frozen in front of the angry wild bear, expecting the worst. They tried to use their crippling depression to make the bear feel bad for them, hoping it would somehow sympathize with their plight. However, the bear was not impressed and took a step closer, its eyes fixed on Frank. Realizing that their plan had failed, dang it, Frank thought quickly and decided to make a run for it, hoping to outrun their friends. Unfortunately, the bear was too fast and caught up to Frank, pinning them to the ground and delivering a fatal bite to the neck. Dang it, dude. Come
Damn, to
on.
the deck, no less.
You guys are supposed to be distractions.
I'm just a baby and roll into a fetal position. What's that smell?
Such unnecessary information. I love it.
What's that smell?
I love it.
As Rose attempts to curl up into a ball, they let out a high-pitched whimper and sniffle, hoping to convey their supposed... What's that word?
Infantile.
There we go. However, the bear's rage has reached a boiling point, and it's not buying what Rose is selling.
I thought it said smelling.
The bear takes a step closer, its hot breath washing over Rose's face, and its claw flexing menacingly. Rose's attempt at deception is foiled, and the bear's instincts take over. With a swipe of its massive paw, the bear delivers a crushing blow to Rose's chest, ending their ill-fated attempt at survival.
Dang.
So there was
dude.
no smell.
Yeah, I love how it just didn't mention that you pooped yourself.
First, you need to go in for a little tubby rub to gain the bear's trust. Once that's complete, do a suplex on that fool for getting too close.
Dude. Oh
If
my
this
god.
survives.
I know, if he survives, it'd be so bad, dude.
As Kyle attempts to go in for a tummy rub, the bear senses their strange and aggressive behavior, became even more agitated.
Oh no.
The bear swiped at Kyle and with its massive paw, knocking them off balance. Kyle still attempts to suplex the bear, fails to notice the bear's subsequent charge, and was caught off guard.
Oh.
The bear's powerful claws dug deep into Kyle's chest, causing fatal wounds.
Oh.
With a final sweep, the bear delivered a fatal blow, ending Kyle's life in a brutal and unexpected manner.
Wow.
Okay.
It was unexpected, but
Yeah.
okay.
Do not suplex a bear.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna get away with it, man. I thought it was a good strat.
I still don't know how I died.
Yeah, I don't know that you just like died from like a heart attack, I guess.
It gave me a whole story on how I just... It was an inanimate object and I drove home.
Oh, you forgot how to breathe. Oh gosh.
Oh, God. Submitted with 5 seconds.
Submitted with 2 seconds.
No! You can't use the word win.
Oh no, really?
Uh,
Oh,
said
I didn't
nope.
get to finish it.
All right, who's going first? Kyle is.
Kyle tries to think back. Yeah. So you forget how to breathe. Think back to your oldest memory. No, not the one on the poo one, where you remember how to breathe and then you win $1 million.
Oh, that was good. That was actually really good.
I was trying.
I think that's
cut
still-
out win.
That was still pretty good.
After struggling to remember, Kyle finally recalls their oldest memory of breathing in and out. As they concentrate on this memory, their body
Oh!
instinctively starts to take in oxygen again.
Oh, what?
With a huge gasp, they are able to catch their breath and breathe normally once more. Feeling relieved and grateful, Kyle then hears a loud beep indicating that they have won $1 million. Yeah, we won $1 million bucks!
Come on.
They survive this tricky situation by relying on their memory and quick thinking.
Oh, come on,
Nice.
Kyle.
Kyle! Let's get a clap for Kyle.
All right. I'll
Keep
give
it
you a
flipping.
little
Go! Kyle survived!
pity clap. All right.
Rig.
So Frank tries to. No, I didn't. I actually grew gills and jumped in a nearby lake. Now I'm friends with a lot of cool fish. They worship me for being so cool. Actually, Frank's gills allowed them to extract oxygen from the water, but their new fish friends were not as interested in their newfound aquatic abilities as they thought. In fact, the fish were terrified of Frank's sudden transformation and swam away in droves, abandoning their worship. Oh, come on, I can't even have fish friends. As Frank thrashed about in the water, they realized that their gills were not enough to sustain them, and they began to tire. Oh, come on, dude. Despite their best efforts, Frank's body began to shut down, and they slipped beneath the surface, never to be seen again. Come on. Oh, we're still going. The lake was quiet once more. The only sound, the gentle lapping of the water against the shore. Frank did not survive. Come on, man.
This
Oh, okay. Keith
Hey,
tries to. Luckily, I was already in the ER for a splinter in my pinky, so they hooked me up to an intubation machine, which restarted my lungs.
Dude, who goes to the freaking ER for a splinter?
you got the iron lung.
Come on.
Keith found themselves in a dire situation when they suddenly forgot how to breathe. Luckily, they were already in the ER for a splinter in their pinky, which ultimately saved their life.
Oh,
the
come
medical
on.
staff quickly hooked them up to an intubation machine, allowing their lungs to restart and begin functioning properly once again. With the swift action of the healthcare professionals, Keith was able to overcome this terrifying ordeal and continue breathing normally.
Dude, Keith's sleeping with the AI. I'm calling it now. All right, he's sleeping with the robot.
So you jump into a pool and you find out you're a mermaid. You do not need air.
That's a similar strat. Let's see if it works for you.
Rose's sudden realization that they were a mermaid was both shocking and liberating. As they flapped their shimmering scales, they felt a sense of freedom they had never known before. Without the need for air, they could explore the underwater world.
Oh
with
my god.
ease, exploring hidden caves and schools of sparkling fish. This is seeming good. But despite the wonders of their new existence,
Oh.
Rose couldn't shake the feeling of disorientation
It was all
and
hallucination.
confusion. This is terrible. This is bad.
It was a
Oh, no.
hallucination.
And they swam further from the surface, and the darkness and pressure began to take their toll, and Rose's mermaid form began
What?
to fade, and
What?
slipping away into the abyss.
But she
And they
survived.
survived. What? Wait, what?
You survived.
All right.
How was that a survival, but my bear one was a death?
Dude, AI is a tricky guy, man. Look at that robot face, dude. He ain't messing around.
He's like, haha, fucking with you.
Dude,
Only Frank died that round.
I have
Yeah.
not survived a
Yeah.
single round. Look at my freaking guy, man. I got really bad indigestion.
It's because you're holding your breath. You forgot how to
No,
breathe.
no, you just got a colonoscopy done, all right? You're all filled with air.
You're all
Now,
blown up.
now they're gonna put you in the bed and tell you to fart.
Oh no, I don't want to do it. Yeah, Ryan gets to make his own or pick his own scenario. Or are you making one, right? Oh god, he's making one. I think. I love the fact that you can make your own scenarios too. Like if you're feeling up to it.
Ryan is typing out a lot.
I can't wait to see whatever it says.
I can't read it because it's on my phone, but that was a lot.
All right, I'll read it. So the prompt is: you are locked in a sinking car filled with angry mice, looking for your family cheese. You're just looking for your family cheese vault to steal all your cheese. What? How do I even respond to that, Ryan? Kyle, I'm sorry.
All right. Kyle tries to. I find the Mouse King and ask him to leave my family's cheese and spare my car, or it was supposed to be car and my life. I then find an inflatable wrapped in my glove box and float up. That's what it was supposed to say.
Okay, I'm sure AI will realize that.
Yeah. As Kyle desperately searches for the Mouse King amongst the chaotic flurry of mice, he finally stands face to face with the rodent
Oh,
ruler.
Jeez.
Pleading with the Mouse King to spare his family's cheese and his own life, Kyle's words seem to resonate with the tiny monarch.
Oh, come on.
Seeing an opportunity for a truce, the Mouse King agrees and calls off the attack on the cheese vault and gives Kyle a chance to escape. Quickly inflating the raft he found in his glove box, Kyle manages to float safely just as the car sinks beneath the murky waters.
How did you
Kyle-
survive that scenario? That was extremely bizarre. All right.
I negotiated.
So Frank tries to. No, I'm not. It's all a dream, and I wake up and everything is fine. I kiss my hot wife and go back to sleep.
I hope this doesn't work for you.
Frank finds himself trapped in a sinking car with angry mice searching for their family cheese vault. But in a bold move, they decide to declare the scenario as just a dream and wake up to a reality where everything is fine.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I can see
All
where
right.
this is going.
They take a moment to be grateful for their hot wife and decide to go back to sleep, leaving behind the chaos of the nightmare. As they close their eyes, they feel a strange sense of peace wash over them, knowing that they have escaped the situation. Yes!
So basically,
here,
he's gonna
Kyle.
trick the AI into knowing that you're gonna live.
It's the ultimate
Yeah,
battle
right?
against AI, dude.
That
was amazing.
Here we go. Keith tries to. Luckily, I'm able to break the window with my handy survival tool and swim away. Meanwhile, all of the mice drown and my cheese is forever saved.
Aw, poor mice, dude. You didn't even get away with the mice in this scenario. That's so sad.
Keith quickly acted, using their survival tool to break the window of the sinking car. As they swam away, they could see the angry mice trapped inside the car, unable to escape the rising water. Keith made it to safety, relieved to have saved their precious cheese from the grasps of rodents.
What?
The family cheese vault remained secure, and the mice met their demise in the submerged.
Dude,
via-
Keith, have you died?
Survived.
Have
Yeah,
you lost one
once.
round?
One.
Once.
Oh my god, dude. Keith has us in the bag. You kidding me?
I'm
I
half
send them
AI.
to Wisconsin. That's the land of cheese.
Nice.
Wait, you're still
Accent typed
thinking.
in too.
Rose frantically tries to send the angry mice to Wisconsin,
Uh-oh.
thinking that they will be distracted by the abundance of cheese there. However, the
Boy.
mice are too focused on their mission to find the family cheese vault and continue to swarm around Rose in the sinking car.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Desperate, Rose tries to fend off the mice, but they're too overwhelming in numbers.
Uh-oh.
As the car fills with water and the mice gets more aggressive, Rose ultimately succumbs to their bites and drowns before they can escape. That's
Dude.
some bull. That's
Oh.
some bull.
Oh, you didn't get away from the cheese.
You know what the problem is? AI didn't know how to spell Wisconsin, dude. Like, come on, AI.
Right.
Oh.
Last round.
Disrespectful.
Ow.
Oh, it's my scenario.
Only Ryan has a chance to tie me, by the way.
That's right.
Okay.
I
Better
figured
rub
out
it
the
in.
game. I figured out the game now. Now it's
Alright.
on.
Let's get it.
Oh god.
This is so fun.
This
I
is
know,
such an
right?
awesome concept for a free game.
Yeah.
They're in a sinking ship with Ryan the Brutal.
Let's Bart on him.
I'm surviving this one, dude.
All right.
Oh, I'm
Keith.
first. All right. Keith tries to. I hold Ryan overboard at the back end of
Whoa!
the ship and use their flatulence as a new method of prop to get us to the shore, which was 2 feet away.
I forgot about the sinking ship aspect altogether. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
what,
lie.
what are you doing?
Keith held Ryan over the side of the ship. The stench wafting from their direction was overwhelming. Stinky farts. The flatulence
I'll
did
save us.
create a small gust of wind, but it was not enough to propel the ship towards shore. In fact, the sudden release of gas caused the ship to lift further to one side,
Oh no.
making it even more difficult. How much gas you got, Miller?
Hey, that is 3 colonoscopies.
He struggled to hold on to the ship, continuing to sink, but Ryan's farts only seemed to get stronger and more frequent.
Oh yeah.
As the water rose higher and higher, Keith was finally swept overboard by a massive blast of gas. They sank to
I
the-
killed Keith.
R.I.P. Keith. I'm gonna die too because I forgot all about the sinking ship scenario, dude.
Yeah, you didn't save yourself.
So I tried
Oh.
to give Ryan some Beano, and then we play some Call of Duty. I also put on a gas mask to ensure there'll be no leaks coming from Ryan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
the
drown.
Shy from the ship.
I'm drowning. As Frank handed Ryan the Beano, they hoped it would provide some relief from the brutal flatulence that had been plaguing them. They also put on a gas mask, thinking it would protect them from any potential leaks. Oh, come on. But little did they know, the Beano had an unexpected side effect. It caused Ryan's farts to become even more
Let's go.
even more potent and frequent. Cool.
I'm a cannon.
The combination of the toxic fumes and the cramped quarters of the sinking ship provided to be too much for Frank, who eventually succumbed to the noxious gas and passed out. Despite their efforts to survive, Frank's fate was sealed, and they perished in the midst of the chaos, surrounded by the acrid stench of Ryan's farts. Damn it.
I killed Frank and Keith.
This is the best final round ever.
Trap
Jeez.
him in a sheet and turn him into a hot air balloon. We fly away.
Wow, that's a good underwater air balloon. That's a
Yeah,
good
I
strat.
that.
That's quick thinking.
Rose's plan seemed ingenious at first, but it quickly turned into chaos.
Oh no! On the first sentence.
I know, right?
Okay, here we go.
As they tried to trap Ryan in a sheet and turn him into a hot air balloon, Ryan's brutal farts only intensified, causing the makeshift balloon to inflate at an alarming rate.
Oh no.
The sheet began to tear and Rose was blown backwards, struggling to maintain her grip. The ship's sinking accelerated and Rose was thrown into the churning waters as the balloon, now fully inflated, lifted off into the air, carrying Ryan's gassy emissions. As Rose clung to a piece of debris, they watched in horror as the balloon, now a massive tooting behemoth, drifted away, taking Ryan and his toxic flatulence
Oh my god, dude.
with it, ultimately leading to their demise in the freezing ocean. Well, Ryan, you survived, so I got like half a point.
Not only did Rose die, but she also created like a Godzilla world threat.
Kyle tries to. We seal all of Ryan's farts in Frank's sandwich bag. Once Frank notices, he gets mad and falls off the ship, but Ryan is cool and likes cheese.
Oh, not my sandwich, dude. My bologna sandwich is gonna taste like farts now.
As Kyle tries to seal all of Ryan's brutal farts in Frank's sandwich bag, once Frank notices, he gets mad and falls off the ship, but Ryan is surprisingly cool and seems to enjoy the cheesy
Oh,
aroma.
come on.
Oh my
This game
God.
hates me.
The ship continues to sink,
That's
and
amazing.
Kyle is left scrambling to find a way to escape. However, the toxic gas from the farts begin to spread, making it difficult for Kyle to breathe. Despite their efforts, they are unable to escape the sinking ship and succumb to the effects of the nauseous gas. In the end, Kyle met a watery grave and a victim of Ryan's gassy wrath.
Killed himself with farts, pretty much.
I killed everybody with my farts. I think
Nobody
my farts were
escapes
worse.
Ryan's ass.
Good job, Keith. You survived AI, man. Look at your pulsating marshmallow, man.
Oh God, I want to turn him around. There we go. You can see me in Ryan's cakes now.
Oh, nice. There's the thumbnail. Hers looks so disappointed.
I look unamused. When I was like 4, like 3 or 4, the like original commercials for Slim Jim. Remember that like really skinny dude with the really tall hair to make him look like that? And he went
Oh,
around
yeah.
screaming "Eat me" all the time. I would scream that at people all the time. And my dad was always mortified.
That's incredible. Imagine you're
I
just
wanted
going
the
down the
man.
cereal aisle at like Kroger and like some kid walks by like, eat me. Like, geez, that kid's got problems.
Yeah, that was like my favorite commercial, and I wasn't allowed to have Slim Jims for a while because they were hoping I'd forget about it.
All right, Keith is selecting the scenario. Ryan, what was that cheese scenario in the car, man? What was that about?
I threw it out. I don't know.
It's like something that's been in your head that you've been really thinking about for a long time.
Don't worry about it.
You survived it too. That's the weird thing. Like, you already knew the solution.
Don't worry about it.
You were face to face with an angry, wild, 50-foot tall version of yourself carrying a chainsaw. Okay.
That
I've
was
got
weird.
it. Yeah, that was. It's very weird talking about yourself. I'm like, what is my weakness?
Turned it into a job interview.
Dang it!
know.
I didn't get to finish my sentence again.
Like, I'm not really good at public speaking, so I use that.
All right. By hiding behind a building, I laugh as the giant version of me goes to Costco.
You had that joke so ready.
Keith hid behind the building. They couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the situation. The giant version of themselves, still clutching the chainsaw, ambles off towards Costco, seemingly unaware of Keith's presence. But, oh God, but their amusement was short-lived as the giant's massive footsteps began to shake the ground, causing the building to tremble and Keith's hiding spot to become increasingly unstable. Oh my God, come on. Despite their initial laughter, Keith's fear began to take over as they realized they were trapped and vulnerable. In a desperate attempt to escape, Keith made a break for the door, but it was too late. The giant, still distracted by the bulk shopping, swung its chainsaw wildly, striking
Oh my
Keith
God.
with a deadly blow. Oh my
Oh,
God,
shit.
what a twist.
I know. Those poor people at Giant Costco are probably terrified.
Yeah, where's this giant Costco?
All right, so here's what I do. I know my weakness is chocolate, so I throw a chocolate bar at myself and run for the hills. Thankfully, myself is so distracted I get away. Dude, AI is going to be so confused.
Yeah, right. You're
As Frank
giving us-
ran for the hills, they thought they had outsmarted the giant version of themselves, momentarily distracted by the chocolate bar. However, the giant's rage only intensified, fueled by the sweet aroma of wafting from the discarded snack. They picked up speed, but the giant's chainsaw roared to life, slicing through the air mere feet behind. The sound of screeching metal and Frank's own terrified screams filled the air as they desperately tried to outrun their predicament. In the end, the giant's relentless pursuit caught up to Frank and they fell to the ground, the chainsaw's deadly blade silencing their screams forever. It's so brutal, man.
I know, right?
You can't just be like, you didn't get away.
Adding the chainsaw.
Wave a white flag. You know you won't hurt yourself. You have to take care. You have chickens to take care of.
Oh, that's smart.
That's an interesting method.
As Rose waved the white flag, the giant version of themselves slowly stopped advancing, the chainsaw still roaring to life. But it was clear the giant was not interested in negotiating. Its eyes burned with an unholy fury,
Jesus.
and its massive hands flexed with almost palpable violence.
Oh my god.
The giant took a step closer, and Rose, realizing that the gesture had not been enough to placate their monstrous duplicate, turned to make a run for it. But it was too late. The giant's massive foot came crushing down, pinning Rose to the ground with inescapable weight. And as the giant raised the chainsaw to deliver a killing blow, Rose's thoughts were consumed by the chickens that had been so desperate to protect, now doomed to face a life without their caregiver.
Oh,
That was
no!
so.
Oh my gosh.
Those poor chickens.
Not the chickens.
That's so sad.
Aw.
You made it so much more sadder. Don't bring the chickens into it ever again.
Always gonna do it. Until AI lets me live with a chicken. No.
You have to read your own, Danny.
Oh, let's go. All right. You guys are about to see my 3rd grade reading level.
No, it's okay.
Hey, me too.
Luckily, we were right on time for our shift at the lumber yard, and we have plenty of white oak to take our aggression out on.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I like that twist.
That is a good twist.
As Danny confidently strides forward, they
Uh-oh.
think the lumber yard's white oak will be enough to take their aggression out on the giant chainsaw-wielding versions of themselves. However, the giant's anger seems only to intensify as it approaches Danny's chainsaw revving menacingly.
Oh, no.
Danny, undeterred, charges forward, swinging the white oak at the giant with all their might. But the
Wait.
giant is unfazed, its massive hands swatting the white oak aside like a toy. It's a pretty massive tree.
Yeah, right. You're a strong man.
In a flash, the giant's chainsaw roars to life, and Danny's screams are drowned out by the deafening roar of the blade as it cuts them down to size.
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Dang.
That was a
Get
good
away.
attempt, though, honestly.
Yeah, it was a good try.
All right, Rern tries to. First, I go for the left hip because I know that's where the tall idiot's weak spot. Then I start to feel bad, so I ask the giant to help me cut. There's gonna be down trees out back.
No.
I love how you just get cut off every time, bro.
Yeah, it sucks. Rern attempts to target the giant's left hip, proved futile as a massive chainsaw-wielding version of themselves swung it down with incredible force, sending Rern's flying across the ground. Oh, God.
Ripperoni.
Okay. As they struggled to get back to their feet, they couldn't help but feel the pang of guilt for trying to take down their own giant form. In the moment of the hesitation, Rern asked the giant to help cut down the nearby trees, hoping to distract it with their initial attack. The giant, seemingly pleased with the request, began to work together with Rern, and the two of them cutting down trees with ease. However, the distraction was short-lived as the giant's newfound cooperation was merely a ruse, and it soon turned on Rern in renewed ferocity, delivering a crashing blow that sent them crashing to the
Oh,
ground.
no.
Oh.
Ryan got a whole novel, dude.
As the
Right?
Still
as the
going.
giant loomed over them, chainsaw revving, Rern knew their fate was sealed. Rern did not survive.
Ripperoni. You know what the problem is, Ryan? Your
Dude, we
weakness,
became friends!
Your weakness wasn't your left hip, it was your reading skills. You should have said, like, I gave the monster a novel and I ran away.
Yeah, that was a whole book.
I'm just kidding. You did get a whole novel. though.
Nobody survived.
Yeah, that was actually good for all of us because no one got the win. God, what a crazy scenario, Keith. None of us said, like, oh, the monster ran out of gas with the chainsaw. You know, we should have said that.
Right.
Thought of after hitting enter. Gosh, I just said he'd ran out of gas.
Dang
Oh,
it.
hey, I see Casey in Ryan's chat. Hi, Casey.
Hey, Casey, join in, man.
I can't. I am dead. Well, so are we after that round.
Yeah. All right, the Goblin King demands, what did it say? You entertain him or die. I'm surviving this round, baby.
Danny tries to remind him that Danny's a master magician and illusionist. There is a bright flash as Danny brings childlike wonder to all around. Ta-da!
I love the ta-da at the end.
Great. The attempt to remind the Goblin King of their magical prowess fell flat as the king's scowl deepened. The flash of light and the ta-da gesture only seemed to annoy
Oh,
him further.
no.
Oh, no.
He snarled, his pointed teeth glinting in the dim light of the cave. With a wave of his hand, he summoned a pair of razor-sharp daggers that flew straight towards Danny with deadly precision. Where do they come from?
I know, right?
Yeah, right?
As the blades bit deep into Danny's chest, the illusionist's eyes widened in shock, their final thought being that maybe they shouldn't have just got the whole dying part. You can't kill me. Well,
All right, Frank tries to. I put on season 1, episode 1 of Breaking Bad and run away while the monster binge watches the entire series. Gobbling these nuts. All right, let's see. Frank's plan seemed ingenuous, but it quickly unraveled as the Goblin King's eyes glazed over, entranced by the opening scenes of Breaking Bad. The goblin's laughter echoed through the dark cavern as they binge-watched the entire series, completely forgetting about Frank's attempted escape.
Oh, shit.
Frank, realizing their mistake, tried to make a break for it, but the Goblin King's minions were too quick, and they were soon surrounded. The Goblin King, still entranced by Walter White's antics, didn't even flinch as Frank was dragged back, their screams echoing through the cavern as they were devoured by the minions.
Oh, goddamn.
In the end, Frank's desperate attempt at entertainment had sealed their fate, and they succumbed to the Goblin King's cruel whims. Oh my god, dude.
Dang, dude. You forgot to escape for a whole season.
I know. Did he binge watch that so quick?
You started, you're like, shoot, I watched the first episode. I'm in.
It's like an hour per episode, man.
Keith tries to. Once I bring Eminem, Jim Morrison, and Michael Jackson out onto the stage, the Goblin King smiles.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Brought him back from the dead. All right.
Yeah, right. As Keith brings Eminem, Jim Morrison, and Michael Jackson out onto the stage, the Goblin King's smile grows wider. They begin to perform a mesmerizing concert with the Goblin King's eyes gleaming with excitement. But as the music reaches its climax, the Goblin King's grin twists into a snarl. What? The wave of his hand, the Goblin King summons a swarm of razor-sharp goblin minions who descend upon the stage, attacking Keith and the performers.
Oh, poor Michael Jackson, dude. He just died
right?
to die again.
Died twice. Despite their valiant efforts to fend off the attackers, Keith and the musicians are soon overwhelmed, and they meet a gruesome end at the hands of the Goblin King's minions. Well, okay then.
No, that's ignorant.
Rose, you have this.
I take a look around and I see a family photo at the YMCA, so I start singing and dancing to the YMCA song. The king joined. Happy.
All right.
I like the happy at the end.
Yeah, just to make sure. So really solidify it.
As Rose continued to sing and dance to the YMCA song,
Oh
the
my
Goblin
gosh.
King's initial amusement turned into a mixture of confusion and annoyance.
Oh, who doesn't like the YMCA? Come on.
This one miserable Goblin King.
Right?
They began to tap their foot impatiently, their beady eyes fixed on Rose with an unsettling intensity. The king's grip on the rusty sword and his hand tightened and a menacing grin spread across his face. Come on, man, you better turn that sword into a Y. Despite the infectious beat, Rose's attempt at entertainment had ultimately backfired and they found themselves facing the wrath of the Goblin King. With a swift and merciless swing of his sword, the king ended Rose's singing career and their life, leaving them to bleed out on the cold, damp stone
Oh
floor.
my god.
Goblin
Okay.
King's dick.
Sort
I'm
of. Too.
screwed. Vern tries to. I show him my cool collection of Lucky Rabbit's feet and ask him to break dance with me. We high five after.
Oh, the high five after.
Alright, the Goblin King, impressed by Vern's bold move, chuckles and agrees to check the collection of Lucky Rabbit's feet. Yes. As Vern shows off the unique items, the Goblin King becomes more intrigued and starts to groove to the music around them. As Vern asks the king to break dance, the king hesitates before joining in surprising agility.
Wow.
Okay. They share a moment of connection as they high-five after a successful dance. Ultimately, the Goblin King is entertained enough to spare Vern's life, allowing them to leave the throne room unharmed.
Wow.
Let's go! I survived the Goblin
Good
King!
job. I guess he just didn't like
Wow.
Michael Jackson, Jim Morrison, or the YMCA.
I should have
Yeah,
offered
right?
my firstborn.
Flashy magic tricks.
Like, dang, he's really hard to entertain, man. Also, he binged Breaking Bad within 10 minutes. Like, come on.
I was like, how can we seal the deal? We high-five after. That's
The high
friendship.
five made it, dude. I love how in depth they went with the Breaking Bad thing too. Brought up Walter White and everything. If you ever sneeze again, you will die.
Rose.
I moved to Antarctica, where there is nothing that can grow, and spend my days allergy-free.
Okay.
Smart.
If the sneeze is caused by allergies.
Rose's plan seemed like a genius
At
idea at
first.
first. Nope, I'm out. I'm out.
You said I'm dead.
They packed their bags and boarded a flight to Antarctica, leaving behind the allergens that plagued them. However, as they settle into their new home, they soon realized that the frozen tundra was not as sterile as they thought.
Oh no.
God damn.
Oh.
A small patch of mold had somehow managed to grow on the wall of their research station, and the air was filled with a faint scent of mildew.
When are you a
damn.
research scientist all of a sudden?
Right?
Okay.
As they tried to ignore the discomfort, Rose's body began to react, and they felt a familiar tickle in their throats.
Oh no! Hold it.
But that's a cough.
Maybe you sneeze through your mouth. I don't know.
Despite their best efforts to hold it back, a massive sneeze ripped through their body, and Rose's eyes went as wide as they realized it was too late. But that's a cough! The cold, unforgiving air of Antarctica was the last thing they saw as their life slipped away. That's
All the
bull.
air.
Oh man, AI can't differentiate sneezes from coughs. You're beat.
Oh.
I've never had a sneeze start in my throat, okay?
All right, Frank tries too. I just have a friend that says the word pineapple every time I have to sneeze. That always works. Then I high five my nose.
No, you took my method.
It worked for Ryan, so it's kind
You
of
took my
worked
high
for me.
five method. No.
Frank's plan to have a friend say pineapple every time they feel a sneeze coming on successfully prevents any sneezing episodes. However, come on. The risky move of high-fiving their nose proves to be fatal as the sudden impact causes a violent sneeze. Come on, Ryan. Your strat didn't work, dude. The force of the sneeze is too much for Frank's fragile condition, leading to their untimely demise. Words. Gosh.
That backfired.
Wow.
Oh boy, here we go. Keith tries to stuff multiple tissues up their nose and then soak them in super glue. It's
Oh my
uncomfortable, but with no
Same route.
open sinuses, there is no way
Jesus.
to sneeze. Is what's gonna-
Jeez, man.
Keith's desperate attempt to prevent themselves from sneezing by stuffing tissues soaked in super glue up their nose proves to be unsuccessful. What?
Oh no.
The strong adhesive causes their nasal patches to become blocked, making
Aw.
it difficult to breathe.
He's gonna sneeze out his ass.
As time passes, Keith starts to feel lightheaded and struggles to get air into their lungs. I still have my mouth, you asshole.
Not apparently the glue dripped
Despite their
down.
efforts to avoid sneezing, their body eventually forces a powerful sneeze that ruptures the nasal tissues, causing a fatal internal bleed. Oh my god!
That was so brutal.
In the end, Keith's extreme measures led to their demise. God damn!
You just ripped open your own nose.
I know, right?
At least Rose just like coughed. Like what the heck?
Danny tries to rapidly learn how to scuba dive, only needing to surface to change tanks and eat smash burgers.
Smart man.
Danny dove headfirst into the scuba diving course, determined to master his skills to save their life. They spent every waking moment studying and practicing, but their sneezes became more frequent and intense. No.
What?
Despite their best efforts, they couldn't shake off the urge to let out a massive achoo. As they descend into the depths of the ocean, the pressure and water rushed in and Danny's vision began to blur. In a desperate attempt to clear their airways, they ripped off the regulator and inhaled a mouthful of water, causing their body to convulse in a violent fit. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
The once thriving marine life swirled around him, a morbid reminder of the fate that awaited Danny. A slow and agonizing death by drowning.
So brutal, man.
I love how the sneezing didn't kill you,
It's
but
Yeah.
it was the drowning.
Yeah.
Because you
Tries
decided to be
to.
underwater.
I decided to get the strongest glue I
strongest.
could find under my bathroom sink and began to stuff my
Oh,
nose.
I-
Once dry, nothing will escape my nose. And I was that type how I live.
It's the same thing I
Alright.
did, so...
As
yeah,
Bird
let's
began
see.
to stuff their nose with strong glue, they felt a sense of desperation wash over them. The glue is indeed potent, and within minutes it has hardened until a solid, unyielding plug. But as they tried to breathe, they realized the glue was too effective. They didn't exhale, and the pressure in their lungs began to build.
What?
Oh no.
You have a throat.
Panic set in as they struggled to free themselves, but it was too late. The pressure became too great, and Vern's chest began to rupture,
What?
immediately leading to their demise.
Jesus, your chest ruptured?
That's way worse than what happened to Keith. If I didn't high five my nose, I would have survived that one, dude.
See that one heart at the very top?
I can't hear you all the way down here at the bottom of the leaderboard.
I did breakdancing with a goblin.
Ryan got the the aliens treatment with glue. Chest just burst open.
Yeah, this is pretty harsh, dude.
Oh, that's how you pee.
Oh, great.
Oh, okay.
Another Ryan scenario. I swear to God, if it involves cheese again. Here's the scenario, okay? So you suddenly realize that you can't stop running and farting on Frank. Frank gets mad and wants to kill you. Great. How am I going to survive this? Here we go. I go first. Frank tries to. I hide behind Rose's chickens. They absorb the farts, and then I get away somehow. AI is super cool, by the way.
Wow.
You had something on your nose there, Frank.
As the player desperately tries to hide behind
robot
Rose's
shit.
chickens, the farts continue to emit
Oil.
from their body, but to their surprise, the chickens begin to absorb the gas, allowing them to momentarily escape Frank's wraith. I'm so confused.
You're hiding from yourself.
I know. The chickens, feeling a bit gassy themselves, start to cluck and flap their wings, creating a diversion that gives the player just enough time to make a break for it.
Oh my
Frank,
God.
frustrated and embarrassed, is momentarily stunned, giving the player a chance to make a run for it. They manage to put some distance between themselves and Frank, using the chicken's distraction to their advantage. With a bit of luck and quick thinking, the player successfully evades Frank's grasp and makes it out alive. Yes! Let's go!
Avoided Frank.
Kidding me? You use my
Okay,
chickens and
here
you
we
get to
go.
live?
Yes!
Keith tries to. Luckily, I am a world champion strongman, and Frank has no arms or legs.
Oh,
I
God.
flirt on him once more for the lulz and walk away forever.
I didn't realize I was a paraplegic in this scenario.
As
Like
Keith
Mike be able to
confidently
spit out
declared
a
themselves a
foot.
world champion strongman, they foolishly believed they could intimidate Frank into submission. Wait, what?
Uh-oh.
However, their attempt at bravado only seemed to enrage Frank further. What's he gonna fucking do? Spit on me? Being limitless, Frank's anger and determination to kill Keith. Total force. Keith's final act of flatulence, meant to be a mocking gesture, only served to further infuriate Frank.
Take that.
In a burst of fury, Frank lunged at Keith with their mouth, biting down on their ankle with vicious intensity. Keith,
Jesus.
just from an
Like
ankle
you're
bite.
like an ankle biter.
Yes! Frank has a good KD now.
That's what you get for making me a paraplegic, dude. I still beat you.
I offer Frank my firstborn and candy.
Okay,
as an
all right.
apology for the uncontrollable farting. We high five and become BFFs.
All right, honestly, I feel like it's leaning in your favor here.
After offering Frank their firstborn and candy as an apology, Rose successfully diffuses the situation and convinces Frank to forgive them.
What?
Frank is touched by the gesture, and the two end up high-fiving and becoming best friends.
Dude, the high five strat is real most of the time.
Rose's charming willingness to make amends helped them
Oh.
escape unscathed from the potential danger they were facing. The bond formed over the bizarre incident leads to a strong friendship between Rose and Frank, transcending all initial misunderstandings.
Wow, good job. You did it.
Wow, I got the win.
Candy and
Not-
unborn
not only
babies, dude.
survived, but became best friends.
I'll take that baby now.
Tries to calm Frank down by apologizing and goes in for a hug. Suddenly, Danny jolts awake in bed. It was all just a weird dream. Danny was fine.
Okay, he's trying the Frank strat now.
He's trying to, yep.
Let's see if it works for him.
Danny jolted awake, relieved it was just a dream. It took a deep breath, trying to shake off the lingering sense of unease. As they got out of bed, they couldn't help but think about the absurdity of the dream. But little did they know, their subconscious was still reeling from the stress of the day. As they stumbled to the kitchen, grabbed a glass of water, they tripped on the rug and fell, hitting their head on the edge of the counter.
Oh my god.
I swear to God, this is like random on Who Lives or Dies.
I love it though.
His vision blurred and everything went dark. I survived though.
You survived.
What?
You lived. How did you live?
It's like Final Destination.
Vern tries
So
to.
good.
I know Frank said his weakness is chocolate, so I fart in a jar and put a beautiful chocolate label hiding the deadly gas. Frank opens it and dies.
Oh my god, dude. No
All
way.
right.
He better die from this.
As Frank opens the jar, a sweet aroma wafts out, and they can't help but take a sniff. The stench of rich, velvety chocolate fills their nostrils, and their anger momentarily subsides. They take a step closer and eyes fixed on the jar, and that's when Rern notices their guard dropping. Seizing the opportunity, Rern makes a break for it, hoping to outrun Frank's wrath. However, Frank's rage quickly returns in a fierce cry and gives chase. Their massive strides eating up the distance
Massive
between them as Rern, despite best efforts, Rern's legs finally give out and they collapse exhausted and helpless, and Frank's massive hands close around their throat, squeezing the life out of
Yeah,
them.
take that,
Your,
Ryan.
your,
So apparently,
Keep my
you're-
shorts,
your
Frank.
massive hands.
Oh my god, we're all All but Keith is tied up now.
Also, I liked the fart smell. What? What is it? Are we gonna talk about
I
that?
love the fact that running was completely out of the scenario.
Yeah, like what the heck? All right,
We
next.
completely forgot we were running.
This decides who wins it right here. Honestly, besides Keith, he just is a loser all the way down there.
It described like 2 deaths, but somehow it said you survived.
Yeah. Oh, it's my
Bash
scenario.
your head on the corner.
All right. Actually, I kind of like this one. Just gonna leave it. All right. So you stepped on a mine, and it will detonate if you lift your foot.
I keep running out of space.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I already won. So.
Oh, get lost.
I don't know. Mine, I think, was pretty like decent. Maybe.
Oh.
All right.
All right. Oh, I go first. Keith tries to. Once the bomb squad disarms the mine, they take you out to dinner to celebrate. After a few drinks, everyone high fives and heads home.
Oh, the high five.
The high five method. We're about to ban 2 words.
I know, right? Can we do that?
Now we know. Now we know.
Keith's quick thinking and cooperation with the bomb squad resulted in a safe disarmament of the mine.
What?
Grateful for their bravery and willingness to follow instructions, the bomb squad members decide to treat Keith to a celebratory dinner.
Oh, and a dinner?
Wow.
As they enjoyed their meal and drinks, the atmosphere was filled with laughter and camaraderie. After a few too many drinks, the group headed home with smiles on their faces, relieved to escape the potentially deadly situation. That's why it's in a few too many drinks. I thought everybody was going to crash and die on the way home.
Frank tries to. I realize I'm playing Lethal Company and everything's okay, because in real life, landmines don't exist. AI is incredibly sexy today, by the way.
That's right.
Frank's attempt to rationalize the situation only led to further confusion and panic. Dang it.
Yeah.
As they continued to stand there, frozen in denial, the mine's countdown timer continued to tick away.
Countdown timer.
The realization slowly dawned on them that they were, in fact, in a very real and very deadly situation. Panicked, Frank tried to lift their foot, but it was too late. The mine detonated, sending shrapnel flying in all directions, and Frank's life came to a brutal and sudden end. AI is not sexy today, I take it back.
I'm by a river and I have a fishing pole. I catch a fish and place it to counter my weight. I roll away with silent flare. It was the biggest fish I'd ever seen. But,
Oh, man, we'll never know.
Rose frantically scanned their surroundings, desperate to find a way to escape their impending doom. This is not good. Spotting a nearby river, they quickly grabbed their fishing pole and began to reel in a fish.
Okay.
The plan was to use the fish as a makeshift counterweight to
live
lift
fish?
the pressure off their trapped foot.
Oh,
The
no.
plan was.
With a burst of adrenaline, they managed to catch a decent-sized fish and carefully placed it on top of their foot.
However,
As they attempted to roll away, the fish slipped off and the mine detonated, sending Rose flying into the air.
Darn.
The blast threw them several feet away, but ultimately it was too late, and the force of the explosion proved to be great, ending Rose's life in a gruesome, violent manner. But what about my style and flair?
and now your remains are mixed with fish guts.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Now you smell
He
really
tries
bad.
to figure out how long he has to remove his foot before the bomb goes off and realizes that the mine is actually just a confetti cannon. Yay!
Oh, okay. Plot twist.
Oh, looks like Danny
Oh.
wins.
Danny's quick thinking and cleverness paid off as they took the time to assess the situation and realized that the mine was actually a confetti cannon.
No
But
way.
it still killed him somehow.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
With a relief of mixed excitement, they slowly lift their foot and wait for the confetti to explode out of the dibble. Aww.
It's gonna be a bouncing Betty.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh. As colorful paper and glitter rained down on them, like Danny couldn't help but laugh at the absurdity of the situation. The unexpected surprise brought a smile to their face, and they felt a sense of accomplishment for outsmarting what they thought was a deadly trap.
And they die anyway.
I went home to have a heart attack afterwards.
The confetti still settling, Danny cautiously made their way away from the device, feeling grateful to have avoided a potentially disastrous outcome and to
Wow.
have experienced a unique and memorable moment.
Good job, dude. That was awesome. He plot twisted AI.
With the Pooh Bear
I'm screwed.
stuffed animal, I still died somehow. So
This is actually a Lethal Company
Yeah,
mine,
Ryan,
and
I
we
see.
know the true trick is to get away is to exit the game and get chocolate milk from the fridge.
Oh, see, I didn't get the chocolate milk, so Ryan's going to get away.
All
it'd be
right.
hilarious if it
Vern's
does.
desperate attempt to escape the mine's deadly consequences was met with failure.
Oh.
My God! They fruitilely tried to exit the game and get chocolate milk from the fridge, and a move that usually only served to further delay the inevitable. As the second ticks by, pressure to detonate the mine grew, and Rern's chances to survive dwindled.
Oh no.
In the end, the mine's deadly payload proved too powerful, and Rern's ill-fated decision sealed their fate. The blast was a catastrophe. Yeah, the blast was a catastrophe. Yeah, I can't. Catastrophic, leaving nothing but a smoldering crater in its wake.
Good
I
try,
just
dude.
had a
Danny.
stroke.
Good job, Danny.
Good job, Danny.
You won, man. Look how beautiful you are. How's your day going, man?
I got shit on by a bird.
So pretty awesome then, right?
That's good luck.
It is, yeah.
I bought 2 lottery tickets to say it's not.
Did you actually buy
Yeah.
lottery
Alright.
tickets just because that happened?
No, I have a
Okay.
terrible addiction. That's
Oh,
why.
okay. I was gonna say if you did it just because the bird poop, that's awesome.
Holy cow. Look at the stream. Look at this stream. Look how big this almond is, okay? This almond is the biggest almond I've ever seen in my life.
I need to see this. Can you
Normal
show
almond.
nuts on Twitch, Ryan?
That's a normal almond.
I mean, I have. It was an accident though, so they forgave me. Normal almond. Okay.
Slightly larger almond.
Oh
Big
man,
almond.
that is
That's
a big almond. That's the size of your eyeball. Do you put it up to your eye?
Put it in your eye.
Put it in your nose. Dude, it is
See
the
if you-
size of his eye. Oh my god.
See if you can fit it in your nose.
Do it for the stream, Ryan.
But like really
No.
deep in there.
Think
I'm
about the
gonna eat it.
views.
I'm gonna
Think
eat
about
it.
the- Eat it afterwards. Adds
Eat it with
flavor.
your nose.
No.
I bet you can't fit it in your nose.
All right, let's start the game. All right, you guys ready? All right, Keith is selecting the first scenario.
Select the scenario last round.
Oh, you didn't get to select one?
No, there was only 4 scenarios.
AI is a womanizer.
It sure shit is.
I can see that being like an article. AI is sexist.
That or absolutely terrified of women.
You're welcome
it
for
10
this
minutes.
scenario.
Probably both.
You have been cornered by a venomous snake that is hyped up on methamphetamines. Okay.
I'm terrible with words, and I felt bullied by the timer, and I just looked up, and I still had 13 seconds, and I already submitted.
All right, I'm in.
Mine is so stupid though.
I don't think there's one that hasn't been stupid so far, if we're being honest.
You happen to have a cocaine-covered chicken to feed the snake, so its heart explodes and you can rest easy. AI is awesome.
Oh, you taking my strat.
Why the chicken?
Flattery.
That's my strat.
As Keith attempts to feed the venomous snake a cocaine-covered chicken, they hold their breath hoping for the best. Stop laughing. Snake's eyes gleam with a frenzied intensity as it wraps its body around the offering. With a vicious twist, the snake bites down on the chicken and the cocaine kicks in, causing its heart to explode in a shower of blood and feathers.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Keith watches in horror as the snake's lifeless body slumps to the ground, its deadly venom rendered useless.
Dude, you did it.
In the end, Keith's plan has failed?
Huh?
What?
What?
And they succumb to the snake's original intentions, becoming its next victim. Wait, what?
A dead
The
snake?
Wasn't it
chicken,
a double-headed
the chicken
snake?
exploded.
Broke ass AI.
But the snake exploded after the chicken. I mean, after the.
And it rendered
chicken.
its venom. It rendered its venom.
The AI
Useless.
was like,
From bad
AI
vibes, dude.
isn't
The AI
awesome.
just said, "I'm killing you anyway."
All right.
Don't butter me up. Don't rizz me up.
I get
Yeah,
Jesse
right.
from Breaking Bad to deal with it. I then put on my anti-snake meth armor and skip away into the sunset.
You don't have anti-snake med armor.
Yeah, yes I do.
They only make that in Louisiana, bro. I know you don't got it.
Frank's idea to call on Jesse from Breaking Bad to handle the venomous snake hyped up on methamphetamine is met with an unexpected twist. Jesse is unavailable, leaving them to face the dangerous situation alone. Imagine that text message. Sorry, man, I can't come out. Sorry.
Life or death.
Despite putting on their anti-snake meth armor, the snake's heightened aggression proves to be too much to handle. As they attempt to make their escape, the snake's rapid movements catch them off guard, resulting in a fatal strike. Dang it, dude.
Oh, shit. You prepared for this your whole life. Watching Aladdin has granted you the snake ways.
Oh.
Wow.
That's great.
Jafar.
Not so fast, Jafar.
As Rose attempts to use their snake ways, they recall the wise words of the genie. A whole new world of possibilities.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
You're gonna sing song this the victory.
I love this AI.
Dude.
With a newfound confidence, they strike a pose, allowing the snake to wrap itself around their body.
What?
Oh my god!
Wait,
the
what?
hell?
The snake's methamphetamine-fueled aggression momentarily halts as it becomes mesmerized by Rose's snake
Snake charm.
charm.
Okay.
Snake charm.
Is Rose Snake? I mean, what is?
What the fuck?
In a split second, they seize the opportunity to grab the snake's head, pinning it to the ground.
Oh my gosh.
However, the snake's
Oh,
venomous fangs
shit.
still pose a deadly threat, and as Rose tries to pry them loose, the snake's body begins to writhe in a violent spasm, injecting Rose with a fatal dose of venom. That's bullshit!
A whole
As
new
soon as I
world.
As soon as I see the word "however," I know AI's gonna off you.
You did some bullshit, alright?
Yeah.
Like, you were in there.
Hey, I blew up the snake. What the?
I thought you had that with the whole new world.
Danny tries to slowly back away, then realizes that the snake has more foam in its mouth. Its eyes start darting everywhere. The snake dead now, lol.
The wall got cut out.
That's beautiful.
As Danny slowly backed away, they thought they were doing the right thing, but the snake's erratic behavior had other plans. Oh no. Snake's eyes darted wildly, and then the foam in its mouth grew thicker, making it look like a deranged, hissing monster.
Oh jeez.
Not even worth my name, eh? The players attempted retreat only seemed to enrage the snake further, and it lunged forward with a speed and ferocity that was terrifying to behold. Danny tried to defend themselves, but the snake's agility and strength were too much for them. It's a snake. The
a
snake's
metro
venomous
snake.
fangs sank deep into the, into Danny's flesh.
Yeah, that's an
And
anaconda,
succumbed to
dude.
Deadly bite, their fates sealed. Danny dead.
Here
Lol.
we go.
Lol.
Oh, Vern tries to. I get candles in real goat's blood to bring Steve Irwin back from the dead.
Oh
to
my
help me
god,
with
Ryan.
the- tame the
Jesus
snake.
Christ.
Steve traps the snake and takes it to
Snail.
rehab.
Snail.
It's a snail. Whatever. I was in a rush.
AI will probably understand it.
Yeah, right.
Just a little, ritual. Vern's desperate attempt to bring Steve Irwin back from the dead was met with mix of confusion and amusement by the
not good.
spirits. Oh God. Steve emerged from the afterlife. He was more concerned with the state of his late wife's fashion sense than the venomous snakes writhing on the ground. Wow. Despite his best efforts, Steve was no match for the snake's hyper agitated state, and it managed to bite him multiple times before Vern could intervene. I killed Steve Irwin again.
I can't.
Oh my god, Ryan.
In the end, Steve succumbed to the snake's venom, and Vern was left to face the beast alone.
You better
As the
come
snake's
to.
hyperactivity wore off and slowly succumbed to exhaustion, allowing Vern to make a hasty retreat to safety. Vern did not
And
survive.
did not survive.
What?
Dude, Terry got a drive-by on that one.
Yeah, why did the AI just take a shot out of nowhere, dude? Like,
No.
that was so mean.
That was hilarious.
Leave her out of this.
I don't even know what she looks like.
No, they all still wear the same outfit. that
Yeah.
he wore when he
Yes, they
died.
do.
Oh,
Even his granddaughter has the
This
same
is
outfit.
whack.
oh,
I'm never
AI.
going to give you for
Lord.
killing Steve Irwin again. We had him back for a second, man.
Yeah, Ryan, come on, dude.
I love how Ryan
I
made a
can't-
hasty retreat to safety and still didn't survive.
Yeah, I died from fear of. I died probably from being haunted by Steve Irwin's spirit.
Yeah, that's messed
No,
up.
no, the rest
No.
of the world murdered you.
Yeah, I was gonna say the rest of the world.
Yeah, they're like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Leave Steve alone.
Collector.
I give the snake Narcan to subdue its brutal addiction, as well as Pocket Mouse as a snack.
Ah, Pocket Mouse, dude.
Oh, bribing.
Here's to hoping. Wet Dirt's attempt to administer Narcan on the hyped-up snake was a desperate gamble, but it seemed like their only hope. They carefully held out the Narcan. The snake's eyes locked onto the small mouse clutched in their other hand. His body began to writhe and twist in a frenzy. The snake's jaw snapped wildly, narrowly missing Wet Dirt's fingers as he tried to slowly move the Narcan closer. But just as they managed to get the Narcan within striking distance, the snake's body suddenly went limp. Its addiction momentarily sated.
What?
But it was too late. The snake's venom had already cursed. What the fuck? Cursed through Wet Dirt's veins, and they collapsed on the ground. The snake's lifeless body slumped across their chest.
You both died.
You guys got like,
Romeo and
yeah,
Juliet.
Snake said, "I'm taking you with me."
dude. No one survived the
Dude,
first
no
round.
one survived.
Nah. Man,
Team
I
wipe.
didn't have to strike a pose. I didn't say kill the damn snake.
We tried to. I'm gonna ask the snake to breakdance next time.
I know, right? That would worked for you, man.
All I can think now is like, I live in South. I have gun. Snake is dead.
That was the worst first round ever. Like, we all lost, and Ryan killed Steve Irwin again, dude.
I'm a
Like,
bad person.
what a terrible game.
I'm a bad person.
He killed Steve Irwin and his wife, dude.
I know, his poor wife, dude, just taking hits out of nowhere.
Yeah, she got drive-byed and Steve got killed by a snake.
That was the funniest thing ever.
Hey, first snake to ever do it.
True.
Ah!
True.
Again.
All it took was performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah. It's fine. That's normal.
Well, you don't dose your snake? What the?
All right, so you suddenly realize that you can't stop running. Oh, okay.
And farting on Frank.
No. I'll be so mad.
I hope that made sense.
Oh,
Oh,
God. I didn't confirm. I don't know what happened.
I misspelled the last word.
I have no idea. I speed ran, dude. I hope I got it too.
It still submits whatever you had, even if you don't hit confirm.
All right.
Sorry, Frank,
so-
you're subject in all my posts.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
To use the movement of your legs and get on a raft, you sail the world off of the movement of your legs. Stellar.
Genius.
Okay.
Very smart.
Okay.
Stellar.
Rose's attempt to use her legs to propel the raft was met with limited success.
Oh.
The movement was slow and labored, and the current was strong. I'm dead.
You're gonna
Dang.
drown.
Despite their best efforts, the raft drifted further and further away from the shore. As the sun began to set, Rose grew exhausted and disoriented, unable to steer the raft towards any safe harbor. The raft washed up on a rocky coastline where Rose was battered against the shore until they succumbed to their injuries. Their body battered and bruised, their fate a tragic and lonely one.
Damn.
Oh my
man.
god.
Okay,
Not
well,
stellar.
the AI
You're not
said,
just-
yeah, fuck
You're not
stellar.
just dead, you're alone.
All right. It's okay because I don't have legs. So this entire scenario is a lie. I get away with Steve Irwin's wife.
Leave Terry alone, dude.
Frank's
Terry
attempt to
don't want no man.
Frank's attempt to rationalize their situation fell flat as they soon found themselves running at an alarming pace. With what legs? Their mind racing with the absurdity of it all. The sound of their own ragged breathing and pounding heart filled their ears as they desperately tried to wrap their head around the impossibility of their situation. Frank's eyes scanned their surroundings, taking in the familiar sights of their neighborhood, but everything seemed distorted and surreal. In a desperate bid to regain control, Frank tried to shout out for help, but their voice was lost in the din of their own panicked thoughts. As the world around them blurred into a kaleidoscope of colors and sounds, Frank's legs, though non-existent, seemed to propel them forward with an
Torso floating through the air.
seemed to propel
How
them
did you get
forward.
an Eldritch horror ending?
I don't
know,
understand. with an otherworldly momentum, ultimately leading to a fatal collision with a parked car. What?
Parked car.
Good
Oh,
luck.
dude.
Keith tries to. So you lay on your back with your legs in the air. Once your legs tire out, they slow to a stop, and you can finally rest and go have cake.
Oh, dude.
Oh, okay.
Keith's quick thinking to lay on their back with their legs in the air proves to be a successful move.
What?
Bullshit.
As their legs tire out, the momentum of their running slows down until they finally come to a stop. Exhausted but relieved, Keith is able to catch their breaths and rest, grateful that the ordeal is over. They manage to avoid any serious injuries or complications from the uncontrollable running, ultimately surviving this tricky situation.
Cheater.
But yet,
I can outsmart AI sometimes.
but yet I wouldn't stop moving.
Force it. Danny tries to just stop, and it worked somehow. How awesome! He then opened up a coffee shop selling reasonably priced croissants and
Oh,
cookies.
dude, I'm going to that coffee shop.
Gosh.
I love the happy endings we type in for our own
I do
shit.
too, yeah.
Danny thought they had.
This one I got.
Danny thought they had finally found a solution to their involuntary running. Little did they know, it was only a temporary reprieve.
No, it's okay.
As the days went by, Danny's coffee shop became a sensation, with people flocking from all over to taste their delicious pastries.
Wow.
Wow.
The constant stream of customers and the pressure to keep up with their man took a toll on Danny's physical and mental health.
Oh.
Danny died of old age. Still loses.
As they were working late into the night, Danny's legs gave out and they collapsed from exhaustion.
I mean, that kind of works.
Despite their best efforts, Danny couldn't recover, and eventually they succumbed to their condition, leaving behind a legacy of tasty treats and a mystery that would haunt the town for years to come.
The town.
Dang.
Damn.
Remember that place with the croissants?
She had a legacy.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Get out. Get out.
As I'm running, I see a crowd of Franks on the side of the road, so I
Oh.
run into them since he's soft, and we all break dance together.
Unnecessary shots at me and Steve Irwin's wife.
Well,
As Ren continues to run, they notice a crowd of Franks on the side of the road, and in a moment of desperation, decides to run into them.
Crowd of Franks.
Desperation
The
is
Franks
coming.
being soft and squishy are
Oh,
no
come
match
on.
for Vern's momentum, and they all tumble to the ground. In a bizarre turn of events, Vern and Frank start breakdancing together, with Vern spinning on their head and the Franks bouncing around them.
What is this scenario?
However, this impromptu dance party quickly takes a turn for the worse as Vern's legs continue to move on their own, causing them to spin out of control and crash into a nearby lamppost. The impact is too much for Vern's body to handle, and they suffer a fatal head injury, bringing their uncontrollable run to a tragic end. Dang it!
My body was just too soft and squishy.
All right. I attempt to run into misspelled body, into a body of water to undo the running curse by swimming.
Oh, Rose did this route. Let's see if you survive.
Yep.
Yeah, I doubt I will. Wet Dirt's legs pumped furiously as they sprinted towards the nearby lake, desperate to undo the curse that had taken hold. The sun beat down on them, making every step feel like a marathon. As they approached the water's edge, they could see the calm surface reflecting the trees and sky above. With a final burst of energy, they launched themselves into the lake, hoping the cool water would wash away the strange sensation coursing through their veins. But as they struggled to stay afloat, they realized the curse had one final trick up its sleeve. The water seemed to be pulling them down, as if it was trying to drag them beneath the surface. Shouldn't use the word curse.
You're right.
Wet Dirt's eyes widened in terror as they felt themselves being sucked down into the depths, their body thrashing wildly as they tried to break free. But it was too late. The darkness closed in, and Wet Dirt's frantic struggles eventually ceased, their lives slipping away beneath the waves. Dang it.
Dude, you cursed yourself. That
Only?
sucks.
Only me.
All right, Danny's turn.
I gotta
Oh,
go fix.
yeah.
I'm gonna go while we do this. Just say when we're ready, because I'm gonna go try to fix the toilet real quick.
All right, Danny, won't start it.
Or actually, no, just go ahead and do it. I'll fix it in a second. It's fine.
Danny's scenario is going to be like your toilet's broken in your house, but you're playing video games with your friends.
What do you do?
Do you fix it?
Or do you die from exhaustion?
Or do you choke on a giant almond?
Absolutely hate this, but I think I actually have to go. It is 11 o'clock, and I've got
Oh,
to
yeah.
get to 4:45.
No worries.
Have a good night.
Good night.
I wonder what happens. I wonder if he like just. Oh, it boots us all out.
Oh, bonus
Oh.
round.
Bonus round.
Maybe.
Okay. You've fallen out of a plane and your parachute won't open, and your backup chute.
It's actually just a fluffy hoodie.
Oh God, this is an annoying scenario.
I may or may not have tried to butter up the AI.
Oh, you you take my strat.
I did.
All right.
Very
Vern tries to. Realized I buy all my hoodies in XXXXL, so I have plenty of hoodie to float down. I love you, AI, and we high five, and I love you. I love AI, and we high five, I love you.
Dude.
I was making sure I said it.
Oh man, he's really sucking up.
Vern's desperate attempt to use their collection of XXXL hoodies as a makeshift
shit.
parachute was futile one. Oh god.
Oh no.
As it plummeted towards the ground, they quickly realized that the fluffy fabric was no match for their force of gravity. The hoodies meant for comfort and style were instead torn into shreds by the wind, leaving Vern with nothing but a handful of fluttering threads. The player attempted to reason with AI, accompanied with a high five and declaration of love, was a strange and unhelpful distraction. In the end,
Called
Vern's
you
body
out.
crashed to the ground with a sickening thud. Their dream of gentle descent to safety shattered by the harsh realities of physics.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
Dang, it called me out for trying to butter it up.
Damn.
That's
You gotta be more
dude.
subtle, man.
Sail,
I love
brother.
you. What do you mean?
Frank tries to. I turn that fall into a beautiful dance. As I fall to the ground, I call upon my pet's dragon Spyro. He flies down and rescues me. We kiss.
Oh.
Dragon
Can somebody type that exact prompt into Rule 34 for me?
As Frank plummets toward the ground, they realize their parachute won't open and their backup chute is useless. In a last-ditch effort, they begin to twirl and spin in midair, attempting to turn their fall into a graceful dance. Just as they are about to hit the ground, they call upon their imaginary pet dragon. Hey,
Imaginary.
I didn't say imaginary.
Imaginary.
Spyro, who swoops down and catches them just in time. As they embrace, Spyro takes them to safety, saving them from certain death. I survived!
Oh,
With
you're
imaginary-
imaginary.
What about-
Spyro?
What about the kiss, though?
Apparently, that's for book 2.
It glossed over that.
That's
I
why
know.
the heart's at the bottom, I guess.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
take
Extended
that.
version.
Keith
it's
tries
something
to. Luckily, I land on top of the second plane that was flying just below us and crawl into the door on the side. Once the
God.
plane lands, I sleep.
The second you said second plane, I got a little panicked.
Keith's
I'm not
luck
gonna
seemed
lie.
to have turned around for the better as they landed on top of the second plane, but their relief was short-lived. God damn it.
Oh,
They went into the second tower.
Oh, as they crawled into the side door, they found themselves in a cramped and dimly lit cargo hold filled with crates and machinery. What? The plane's occupants, oblivious to Keith's presence, continued to go about their business, completely unaware of the unexpected passenger. As the plane began to take off, Keith realized that they were not going to be able to escape. With no way to communicate with the outside world, they were trapped. The plane eventually landed, but Keith's fate was sealed, and they succumbed to exhaustion and their injuries, never to wake up.
Oh,
Okay, that was strange.
extra. That was very extra.
Yeah, that went above and beyond.
Danny tries to tie the hoodie to the chute cable in order to force it open. At the last second, the chute explodes to life and Danny floats gently.
Explodes to life. Let's see how that works out for you.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna explode.
As Danny's desperate attempt to tie the fluffy hoodie to the chute cable came to fruition, the parachute suddenly jerked to life, its canopy bursting forth in a frenzy of color and fabric.
Okay.
The force of the
Oh,
deployment sent
shit.
Danny tumbling through the air, their stomach lurching with a sudden jolt. Miraculously, the
Oh.
hoodie held fast, its makeshift harness securing itself to the chute cable with a surprising amount of strength.
Danny buys better
His
hoodies.
mom
than
said
Vern.
to such a gentle flow, the wind rushing past their ears as they gazed out the breathtaking view below. With a sigh of relief, Danny let out a shaky laugh. We're still racing from the close call,
A
but
shaky
grateful to
laugh.
have cheated death once
this
again.
is ridiculous. It's an extra large hoodie.
I think Danny needs to hook him up with his hoodie.
Apparently.
Become DB Cooper and tank the fall, escaping authorities for decades.
Nice. Oh my god.
Let's hope he knows who that is. Wet dirt plummeted towards the earth, the wind rushing past their faces as they clutched the useless, fluffy hoodie.
Useless.
In a desperate attempt to defy gravity and evade the authorities, they decided to channel their inner DB Cooper and tank the fall. As the ground rushed up to meet them, Wet Dirt closed their eyes and prepared for the worst. Unfortunately, the hoodie's lack of aerodynamics and Wet Dirt's poor timing meant the impact was brutal. They died instantly upon hitting the ground.
Splat.
The authorities would never know the identity of the mysterious skydiver who had such a gruesome end. Okay, they know who DB Cooper is, damn.
But not only did you die, but now no one knows who you are, dude.
Wet Dirt's plan for a daring escape was foiled by their own poor judgment. All right, we watched the same podcast, AI. Cool.
That's funny.
Splat.
I'm gonna beat Danny this game, dude. I'm gonna beat him.
Oh shit, that was hilarious.
Did you
Alright.
need to step away, Ryan, to fix that real quick?
No, I'm good. Just let it go.
All right.
Let the poop flow.
You are caught in a tornado, but realize it's actually a sharknado. Oh no. This is
Dang
my
it,
worst.
I messed up.
This is my worst.
I might be cooked, but I at least get points for creativity.
I hopefully I have this one.
I didn't finish mine.
All right.
I-
Call upon a sharktopus spinning in the opposite direction to counteract the storm.
That's a good one, dude.
Oh, dang.
Sharktopus, I like it.
I love it.
Wet Dirt's desperate attempt to call upon a sharktopus spinning in the opposite direction to counteract the sharknado proved to be a futile effort.
Oh.
As they gazed upwards and watched in horror as the sharktopus's massive tentacles wrapped around the tornado, only to be torn apart by the sheer force of the
Yes.
winds.
Oh my
The sharktopus's body thrashed about, causing the tornado to intensify. Wet Dirt was caught in the vortex. No!
This sounds like a real
no.
movie. Like they probably
They
made
were
this.
lifted high into the air, their screams drowned out by the deafening roar of the storm. In the end, Wet Dirt was torn limb from limb, their lifeless body left scattered across the devastation, a grim reminder of the futility of their plan.
It
Damn.
was a good attempt.
I should have
honestly.
called on Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. They could have saved the day.
All right. I don't know how, but I somehow get away. I love AI so much. Ryan sucks.
I don't know how, but I said
Frank's reckless attempt to escape the Sharknado only led to chaos. Dang it.
it.
Yeah!
They somehow managed to
right.
get away from the initial vortex, but not before being battered by flying sharks and debris. As they stumbled through the wreckage, they spotted a glimmer of hope. A small boat, battered but still afloat. However, their relief was short-lived as they failed to notice the massive great white shark hovering just beneath the surface. In a split second, the shark breached the water, its jaws wide open, and Frank's screams were drowned out by the roar of the storm as they became the shark's next meal. All right, cool.
The good ending.
That's the good ending.
We needed Jaws 4 for so long.
Keith tries to. Thankful that I decided to ride out the tornado in my shark-proof bunker deep underground. I enjoyed a can of ravioli.
God.
Raviolis. All the things.
As Keith sat in their shark-proof bunker munching on their can of ravioli, they couldn't help but feel a sense of relief as they had decided to ride up the tornado in this underground sanctuary. However, oh, God damn it,
Oh,
their
Yes.
relief was short-lived as the sounds of the Sharknado grew louder and the air began to vibrate with the force of churning water and debris. Suddenly, the bunker's walls began to shudder, and the sound of scraping and clawing echoed through the air as a massive great white shark, blown into the bunker by the tornado, began to make its way towards Keith. What the fuck? Despite their efforts to fend off the shark, Keith was no match for its powerful jaws as Sue dragged out of the bunker, meeting a gruesome end in the midst of the swirling chaos above. Does this AI not know what shark-proof means?
I
yeah,
thought you had
it's not tornado-proof, boss.
Yeah,
You know?
Yep.
You should have said Sharknado-proof.
Yeah,
true.
bunker deep underground.
Hey, those sharks be digging.
Danny tries to flap his arms furiously, but it doesn't work. Eventually, he remembers his swim class in 3rd grade and lets the current take him. He lands okay.
God, this is going to be the one that takes
You
it.
live.
Yeah, he's got
As
it.
the Sharknado raged on, Danny struggled to find a way to escape the churning waters. Despite their initial attempts to flap their arms, they were helpless against the powerful gusts. It wasn't until they remembered their swim class in 3rd grade that they managed to regain some sense of control. Danny let the current take them, then after a few minutes of tumbling through the air, they finally landed awkwardly on the shore.
Yes,
Unfortunately, the impact was too great. Danny's body was battered and bruised beyond recognition,
so close
ultimately
too.
succumbing to their injuries.
That's hard to
Danny
live.
said, "And you're ugly
You were
too."
so close.
Right?
Vern tries to remember that I'm actually the world's greatest shark rider. I
Oh.
grab onto the first shark I see and fly it to.
Safety.
I was gonna say safety, but yeah.
Let's see what AI thinks about
All
that.
right. As Ern grasped the first shark they saw, they felt a rush of adrenaline as they remembered their supposed reputation, a reputation as the world's greatest shark rider. They held tight as the shark thrashed about, its powerful tail propelling them through the air. The winds from the tornado-sharknado hybrid buffeted the buffeted. Oh my God! Buffeted them mercilessly.
Jimmy
Vern's grip-
buffeted.
Yeah,
Jimmy
but Vern's
Buffett.
grip remained firm. They managed to steer the shark towards the nearby rooftop, and their momentum was too great, and they crashed through the tiles, sending shards of concrete flying everywhere. As the shark thrashed about, Ryan's grip began to slip, and they were unfortunately torn from its back, plummeting towards the unforgiving concrete below. Their fate sealed. Yeah.
Dang, not the
God
greatest
damn.
shark rider anymore. That last scenario, I literally could not think of a single thing.
This better not involve some type of dating rodents.
Well, now it is. Thanks for saying that. I feel like I'm playing Killer Clowns with this like music in this background.
It does have that same vibe.
All right. Oh, scenario incoming. Bonus round. You can get 3.
3x. Oh shit.
You were face to face with an
Ooh.
angry wild bear, and also Jason Voorhees is chasing you. Oh gosh.
I may have made a scenario that nobody survives, but hey, we'll see.
No, I like this one. I think I could survive this one. I know how to get away from Jason.
I went sideways with this one.
I've seen the movies. Okay. I know how to get away.
I don't think mine's gonna take.
I'm more worried about the bear.
Mine actually is super not gonna take.
It's so funny though.
All right.
Did you
here
see
we
it?
I looked
Alright,
over
alright.
and expected.
Vern tries to slide the $20 bill under the table to AI to bribe an
go.
outcome.
Ooh. Okay. All
Love
right.
you.
Love you.
Let's see. Maybe it'll work.
Vern attempts to bribe the situation with a $20 bill was met with confusion and aggression from the angry wild bear. The bear, sensing Vern's vulnerability, swiped at them with its massive paws, knocking them off balance. Meanwhile, Jason Voorhees, still hot on Ryan's heels, closed in for the kill. As Vern struggled to get back to their feet, the bear's hot breath washed over them, and they knew they were no match for the dual threats.
Dang, dude.
With the final swipe, the bear sent Vern crashing to the ground. Jason's machete came crashing
God
down,
damn.
ending their life in a gruesome, violent fashion.
When the movie hits
Don't-
different.
Don't bribe the AI with money.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Frank tries to. I put on Jason's mom's sweater, and then I run while the bear takes its time eating Ryan's rotting corpse. I have bear-proof armor, too.
I like the secondary thoughts.
Yeah, as Frank quickly
Man,
puts on
that's such a
Jason's
good
mom's
one.
sweater and dons their bear-proof armor, they see the bear slowly approaching Ryan's rotting corpse, offering a distraction. With Jason Voorhees hot on their heels, Frank dashes away, the heavy armor slowing their escape but providing necessary protection. The bear is momentarily occupied with its gruesome meal, buying Frank precious time to flee into the safety of the nearby woods. Despite the terrifying circumstances, Frank manages to outsmart both the bear and Jason and survives the deadly encounter. Let's go.
Damn.
Are
good
you
one,
serious?
Frank.
Isn't that worth 2 or 3?
Three hearts. I just-
Wow.
Okay, I will say
I
sorry,
think that's
guys.
victory for you.
Keith tries to. Luckily, I'm running with Ryan, Frank, and Connor. I pull
Oh,
out my
no.
handgun and shoot each of them in the knees so that Jason and the bear ignore me.
Oh, no
I
more
mean-
game nights for you.
I mean,
Kneecapped all of you. That's crazy.
As
Not
Keith
even
pulls
him.
out their handgun and shoots each of their friends in the knees, Jason and the bear suddenly stop in their tracks, momentarily distracted by the commotion. However, their relief is short-lived, as the bear, now freed from its initial shock, let out a fierce roar and charges towards Keith. What?
Yeah,
Yes.
take that.
Asshole AI. Jason, not one to be deterred, also gives chase, his machete at the ready. Despite their attempts to fend off the attackers, Keith's actions have only managed to create a temporary reprieve, and they're eventually overwhelmed by the sheer force of their pursuers. In the end, Keith's desperate attempt to escape is proven futile, and they succumb to a relentless onslaught, their screams echoing through the forest as Jason and the bear claim their victim.
Dang.
And
See,
we hobble
hey,
over to help finish
hey.
you. Jeez.
yeah, we piss on your corpse. Sorry.
I
forgot your
should-
streak.
for sure after that, what?
Hey, I
Part of my
saved you
language.
guys.
Oh,
mean,
is that what you
technically.
call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good one. Didn't shoot Danny in the
Danny
knee.
tries to talk Jason into attacking the bear, but suddenly the bear and Jason begin to beatbox battle each other. Danny referees and somehow both pass.
Oh, okay. Dude, he's such a great plot twister.
As Danny tried to talk Jason into attacking the bear, the unexpected
shit.
happened. The bear and Jason began to beatbox battle each other with the bear's deep growls and Jason's eerie screams filling the air. Danny, surprised but thrilled by the turn of events, grabbed a nearby stick and started refereeing the battle. The crowd, which gathered to watch the chaos, cheered as the bear and Jason went head-to-head in an epic beatboxing showdown.
What the fuck
In
is
the
this?
end, the sheer force of their beatboxing combined with the adrenaline-fueled energy of the crowd proved to what? Much for Danny, who collapsed from it was trampled by the ecstatic bear and Jason, bringing an abrupt end to the battle and Danny's life.
Wow, what a way to die, dude. Out of all the
What a
scenarios,
Way to go out.
yeah.
I'm having so much
Incredible.
fun, dead.
I've
Just
never been
wait.
prouder of
Pretty much
AI.
everybody expected him to live halfway through that, right?
Yeah.
Choose a path that leads Jason to the bear so I can escape whilst they fight each other.
All right.
It was boring.
No, that was good.
Wedgert's plan seemed to have worked as Jason Voorhees, being the mindless killer that he is, charges towards the angry bear. The bear, feeling threatened, lets out a loud roar and begins to swipe at Jason with its massive paws.
Oh, here we go.
Wet Dirt takes advantage of the distraction and makes a run for it, but they don't get far as the bear, now enraged, gives chase. In their desperation, Wet Dirt trips and falls, giving the bear the opportunity to pounce. As the bear's claws sink into Wet Dirt's back, Jason, still fighting the bear, turns to see Wet Dirt's lifeless body on the ground. A look of confusion on his face as he realized the distraction he was seeking was not what he got.
Did they become friends again during that fight? What the heck?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I think they just became homies.
Dude,
GG, Frank.
yeah. I can't believe I survived the weirdest scenario out of all of them.
Frank
Yeah,
with
right?
a meme sweep.
Yeah.
Just the double down and then the triple down.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm really puffing my chest out in victory here.
Yeah, but he ain't got no dumper.
True. I wish I could turn around, but I have no idea what my dumper looks like. Said that like such a white person.
What does my dumper look like?
All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below and subscribe for new videos. You can click the bell if you want to get notified when I upload. I upload new videos every Friday. Click all the links down below in the description and follow these guys. Ryan, final words.
What? Wait, you're giving me the final word?
I'm looking at your butt, man.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right, Danny, final words.
Tip your waitresses.
Do it.